welcome to the sunrise here on WinTV, Channel 12, and of course Channel 7, and seen around the world on the World Wide Web. Well, this morning for our show, it's going to be quite a lot to talk about for edition October 30th, 2012. Hurricane Sandy has created history, at least in living human memory. And my first guest in the first hour of the show this morning is one of the hardest working individuals I know. He's a medical doctor, of course, quite well known in the San Fernando fraternity, in addition to his medical practice. But he has certainly given the ODPM greater, newer meaning, indeed. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the ODPM. Dr. Stephen Ramroop is going to be sitting in with me. We're going to talk about disaster management here in Trinidad, as we seem to be experiencing on the planet certain changes with respect to weather patterns and, of course, the behavior, not only of hurricanes, but indeed, are we as a country and as a people prepared for such an eventuality, or any kind of disaster for that matter? Dr. Ramroop is going to be chatting with me till 7 o'clock this morning. And of course, those of you who've got your questions, the doc will be more than happy, I'm sure, to take some of your calls and your questions and, of course, your queries. Coming up in the second hour of the show, there's a martial arts group based in South that actually represented Trinidad and Tobago and won several medals at a world competition. Now, I'm going to be talking to Kiran Singh, who is one of the directors of this group. Kiran Singh, of course, is a businessman in San Fernando, but in addition to that, he's a former president of the Business Association down there. And I think he was also chamber president at one time, Doc. And Kiran, of course, is going to be sitting in with me in the second hour of the show. And we're going to get some demonstrations, gentlemen. Any of you know martial arts, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, and that sort of thing? Well, we'll look at it from the perspective of how this discipline, because many of these young kids who won medals at this world competition were young people who were involved in what one would normally describe as a delinquent lifestyle, and of course engaged in delinquent behavior. This sport helped to temper much of that, and of course how this and the world of martial arts can not only play a great role in the contribution of youth development, but of course deal with issues of youth delinquency, and indeed take us as a country to the Olympic Games, where it's of course one of the major sports there. So that's our show this morning. As usual, we'll be taking a look at this day in history, stars' birthdays, and what I can tell you today, October 30th, the Jose Massacre took place in 1884. We'll be running some details on that for you.